Hello, welcome back to another Wednesday at Shadows of Nox. I'm Elizabeth. I am usually here on Sundays running Call of Cthulhu. I have also started playing Fallout over at Lucas G Variety. Usually on Wednesdays, you would find me here playing Power Rangers, either on YouTube as the Red Ranger or here on Twitch as the Blue Ranger. But since our GM had better things to do this month than hang out with us, and he had much more cooler things to do, I decided to take over and run Blades in the Dark for people. So tonight is actually our last session, and then John will be taking over from me again, starting next week. But anyway, content warnings for tonight: language, murder, scary things, ghosts, demons, vampires, stuff like that. Possibly creepy dolls or mannequins. I haven't decided yet. Occult practices, violence, blood, gore, drug and alcohol use. That sort of thing. But we're going to go around, we're going to meet everybody, and then we will jump into our game for tonight. I'm hoping that I can make it a little more difficult because they keep blowing everything up or sneaking around and not having any issues, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, Kit, who are you? Who are you playing, and where else can we find you?
I mean, it's kind of a deep philosophical question. Who am I, really? Who I am right now is the guy whose Discord is acting up, so unfortunately, you guys will not get to see my wonderful face for this session, as for whatever reason, having my camera turned off seems to be keeping it more stable than not. I don't know why. But yeah, so I'm Kit. You can also find me at Lucas G Variety for the same Fallout game. Whenever they get around to start releasing it, I will be in the Being Villainous game here on Shadows of Nox. And in this particular game, I am a leech named Smoke who definitely does not have a problem with arson. Everyone else has a problem with the arson, and that's not my problem.
All right. Lottie.
Hi, I'm Lottie West. You can find me on socials, Lottie West. You can also see me here on Sunday nights with Call of Cthulhu, with you as our fearless leader, where I play Dr. Priscilla Byrne, an Australian archaeologist. I'm also on the podcast on Shadows of Nox for the Power Rangers as the Blue Ranger Cecily Adwell, and I'm also a goblin with a heart of
Murder.
terror, murder,
Knives.
and being villainous, knives.
Heart of knives.
Yes, she wants to kill you, probably. But don't worry, if she wants to kill you, that's a compliment because she likes killing pretty people. And I am also the marketing director for BCon, which is a LARP convention here in the Chicagoland area. So if you're interested in trying out some LARPs, you should come out. It's the last weekend of September, and I have a game that's going to be running. It's called Whispering Pages, and I'm super excited to have people come and play it. It's a cozy, ghosty game, and I'd love to hear what people think about it because I'm really proud of the stuff I've written. Today I am playing a slide known as the Heartbreaker, and I'm excited to keep going.
All right. And John, what about you?
Hey, hi, hello. My name is John Blair. You can find me in very similar places as the rest of these people. I can be found as the Pink Ranger Brick Kerrigan on the Power Rangers podcast. I can also be found as the Pink Ranger and Power Ranger Centurion, Felix Boucheron. You can find me as well in Being Villainous once that releases as Eden, the Acolyte of Nature's Revenge, a Centaur Man who just hates technology. I am here today playing Sawtooth, a cutter.
Right. And last but not least, Grim.
Hi, I'm Grim. You can, surprise, surprise, catch me here on Wednesdays playing Power Rangers. During Centurion Ridge, I'm playing the Red Ranger Link. I'm also in the podcast, but you won't hear me until Season 3 starts getting released as the Green Ranger. I'm currently running Being Villainous, and I can't wait till we start releasing that. Surprise, surprise, all of my players are here today. Go figure. And I have successfully rejoined Fallout on Luke's G Variety, reprising my role as Lucky, who's been described as being so cheerful that he brings the room up, but you just want to punch him in the gut. And that is very much a compliment for how I've decided to play him. I think that pretty much covers it for me. All right, I am playing the Whisper Dirge, a guy who likes ghosts, but apparently is only really good at using his weather-based supernatural powers.
All right. Katie was supposed to be joining us tonight, but unfortunately she is having weather issues where she is. If that gets a little bit better and she's able to join us, she might pop in later on. But for now, and also I'm in Being Villainous. I don't know why I always forget that. I'm sorry. I am playing the shape-changing assassin in Being Villainous. But last time, you all decided to go after your rivals, the Golden Knuckles. They were found around the town bragging about how they were leaving all of their loot out because they believed they were so fearsome, they were so badass that nobody would dare steal from them. So you guys burned down their lair, burned down their warehouse, and stole all their shit. Did I forget anything? Is that a good estimation of what happened?
Terrified them.
Yes, you did.
I did terrify them with a saw blade sword that was on fire.
That is right. You did
they
do that.
said, "Fuck this, we're out of here." So.
And we stole a boat.
You did. You did steal a boat.
Got to carry all that stuff.
So we did a bunch of the end of the score. You did. We did a bunch of the end of the score stuff last time. I did do your entanglement roll, and we will definitely be getting into that tonight. I did look at the other entanglement that I forgot last session that we were supposed to have happen. So I'm just going to say that the other entanglement was some of the dockers came to you and asked for a favor. They needed to discreetly offload some cargo, and they did not need anybody seeing it happen. So they asked you to create a distraction elsewhere. So the blue coats and everybody else were kind of keeping an eye on you guys instead of what they were doing. And you guys agreed. Because why not? Since this is the last session, we're not really going to have time for you guys to actually get into that, but that's what happened. If we were ever able to get this group back together and we were able to play this crew again, that group, the Dockers, will owe you a favor in response to that. Between the coin that you found, the crates of rare whiskey, the crates of artwork, and whatever else it was that I said you guys found in the warehouse, even keeping some of the whiskey for yourself, you were able to make 13 coin. You can spread this out however you want. Yeah, you guys found a lot of really good stuff. Keep in mind, though, you only have one more coin slot left for your crew until you upgrade to a vault. And you don't have to pay Walker his coin if you're going to give him the bottle of whiskey. I know you guys had talked about doing that. I don't know if that's what you decided you wanted to do. But yeah, you guys have 13 coins to spread out between the four of you, however you want to do that.
I mean, 4 of us, 3 each, and then 1 for the final bit of the crew stash.
I think that tracks.
Okay.
That was going to be my suggestion.
All right. Make sure you mark that on your sheet. Okay, so we're going to get in. Yeah. What's up?
I'm allowed to just put a coin straight into the stash, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, great.
That's you putting stuff in your mattress.
Yay.
I think the only other thing that we need to do is downtime activities.
Yeah.
remember this is the last session, so anything like long term that you would want to do, you don't necessarily. I mean, you can do that if you want, but
Maybe not the best use of your time.
yeah. So we're gonna go around. Kit, what do you want to do for your downtime?
Well, I suppose the first thing I'll try and do is relieve some stress.
You guys are so good at that.
I know, we're the best at it. Just
You
like
are.
everything else.
You are.
Woo! All right, I've got 5 stress. Let's put that there. In crew tier 4. I don't think that matters for this roll, but whatever. Ooh,
Hooray!
down to 1 stress.
Very nice.
Do you want me to go through all of it, or are we gonna
Yeah.
like last time where we bounced?
No, go ahead and do your second. I know you guys had said something about spending coins to reduce heat. We'll do that at the end because we'll just kind of fly through that really quickly. So what's your second free activity?
Well, I did promise a compatriot that I would make her horribly venomous. So,
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yes.
let's do this.
I'm gonna make me a Viper potion, which means I need to make a Tinker roll.
We love to see it.
Yeah, we do. Let's see if I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, we are a tier 4 crew. That's a tier 4 potion.
Noise.
When you take this, your saliva and blood become highly toxic to others for a few minutes. So just here you go. You can just have that.
How exciting.
and- Yep. I'm gonna spend another coin to get another downtime, and I'm gonna make a completely fine and normal thing called a grenade, which is also a tinker roll. Don't worry, it's completely fine for me to have these. You know what's extra fun about this? That is also your fault, Isabeth?
I don't appreciate you blaming me for everything, but what is my fault this time?
Because we are a tier 4 crew, and I got a 1 to 3 on my roll, I get tier -1 from when I try and craft something. A grenade is a tier 3 item, so
Yeah.
I still succeed.
Yep.
And this is 100% your fault.
It is 100% my fault.
Yeah. So just go ahead and know that I have those for completely fine and normal reasons. And I will spend a coin for another downtime to try and reduce the heat. Go with... Yeah, since I'm making all this fun stuff, I'll make some drugs for the bribable members of the Bluecoats.
Sure.
Just keep on abusing those tinker powers. That is a 5, which I think ticks
2.
down.
Is it
Yeah,
1 or
2.
2? I think it's 2.
Yeah, 1 through 3 is 1, 4 and 5 is 2, and
Right.
if you get a 6, I believe is 3. But I should get rid of some of the...
Yep. All right. Anything else?
That should be fine.
Okay. Heartbreaker. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So did you mark the heat down, or should I?
I did.
Okay, not touch that.
Heartbreaker. What about you?
Yeah. I'm doing okay, but I could relieve like that little bit of stress I have.
How little is little?
1.
Don't do it, because if you roll higher than 1, you overindulge and bad things happen.
Great. Then never mind. Obviously I'm becoming poisonous, which is great. We love to see it.
Save that for a special occasion.
So great.
It tastes like fruit roll-ups.
Delightful.
And batteries.
You could train to get some XP.
Yes. Okay, I'll train.
Okay.
I'll do some training.
So you're gonna pick you're going to pick Insight, Prowess, or Resolve. You're going to pick one of those to train, and then you will take 1 XP in that track.
All right.
I'm gonna do prowess.
Okay. So you can mark an XP, one of those little hash marks. And then you get another free downtime activity. So you could train again if you want. You can reduce heat.
Try and acquire an asset.
You could try to acquire a temporary asset.
Ooh, let me try to acquire a temporary asset.
Okay.
Do you want an item or like a group of dudes to just do stuff?
A bunch of lackeys?
Yeah.
That's called a cohort and is 100% an asset you can try and get.
I would love that. That sounds fun.
Okay.
A bunch of stupid guys.
Easy.
Well, not too stupid.
So, over on the left-hand side where you see the dice, like where you would indulge your vice, if you click on dice roll, at the bottom it says there's an option that says acquire asset.
Then tier level.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
And then the crew tier is 4.
Failure.
You gain an asset of a tier 3 quality. So we close this.
Hold on a sec.
What's up?
Did you remember to set the crew tier to 4?
Yeah.
Then why is that rolling as if you only had 1?
That's what I said it as, is 4.
Yeah, because that was a 5 and a 2. Should only
I
be
think it counted the 2.
Weird.
Yeah, because it should only be doing that if you had no dots in the thing. Unless I'm remembering it wrong.
Hang on, let me
I
see.
could be wrong. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. We're doing a great job.
I'm just gonna take the 5, and I'm gonna add a. Are you so for the? Whoops, that is not what I meant to do. That is what I wanted to do. Do you just want like a gang of lackeys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a few lackeys. Strong, muscly guys.
Okay. So you just want like some thugs or?
Yeah, thugs.
Okay.
Like a little bit, like, yeah, with a little bit of brain. Just so that they're not, like, absolute idiots.
Okay. So we can do, you get to pick 1 or 2 edges and the equal number of flaws for these. The edges are fearsome, independent, loyal, and tenacious, and you can pick 1 or 2 of those.
I like fearsome
Okay.
and tenacious.
Okay. And then the flaws are principled, savage, unreliable, and wild.
Principled. And what were the other ones?
Savage, unreliable, and wild.
Be hard to be like principled and unreliable. Principled and savage, I mean.
So, for principled, they have a certain ethic or value that they won't go against. For savage, they are excessively cruel and violent. So as long as they don't, as long as you don't want them to try to do something that's going to go against their principle, they are absolutely cruel and violent and will do whatever else you want.
Okay, let's go with that.
Okay, so principled and savage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have fun.
All
I
right.
got some dudes.
I have dudes.
You do. All right.
One
So
of them is named Horace, just so we know.
he can be the leader.
Horace, yeah.
So those are your two free activities. Did you want to spend a coin to do anything else?
I'll spend a coin and do that one more training
Okay.
for the resolve.
For the resolve. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay. John, what about you?
I need to get rid of some stress, baby.
Okay.
So I'm gonna indulge my vice. Yeah. Oh. Oh my god.
How much stress did you have?
I had 7.
Oh,
Jeez.
that's good. You're good though. It's
You're
fine.
doing great.
You're only a little
Wow,
stressed.
I didn't even have to spend any coin. That was so. I thought I was gonna have to like go all out for that. Okay. Wow. I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
I mean,
like,
you
I
can
mean-
clear some heat.
Yeah, you can clear heat. You can train.
yeah. No, heat is next on my.
Okay.
Heat is next on my.
Yeah.
On my
You could-
to-do list.
Also, go get some dudes.
Yeah, we could just get a bunch of dudes. Horace and Horace
Just
2,
get it.
Horace 3.
Yeah. Whole bunch of dudes. Yeah, what do
Boris
I
and
roll
Boris.
for heat lessening?
You basically pick a thing and how you're going about it, and then make the roll to try and.
Oh,
see it.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So like if you're gonna
Oh,
intimidate somebody, yeah.
Like I bribe people with drugs, so I rolled tinker.
Right. I'm gonna try and roll wreck, and maybe I can. Maybe this would be anti.
Yeah, I was
That'll
like,
get me more heat.
how are you getting the cops off our back by breaking stuff? I'm dying to hear. Like, how is this happening? I want to know. Inquiring mind.
Can I can I beat some people up so that they stop talking shit about my crew?
I mean,
I mean,
unfortunately, that's really skirmish or maybe command for intimidate.
yeah, that would be one of those two instead.
Okay, well I can do command, I suppose.
I don't mean to step on you there, Elizabeth.
okay.
You are the GM. I just can't shut up.
Yeah, okay.
Great job, buddy.
That's what, one?
Yep.
Yeah.
We lose one heat, as you apparently do a not great job of scaring someone.
He scared one
It's
person.
like my
I-
it's like that's like my skill, and I keep trying to roll it and it's not doing well.
No, it's simple. See, you got that 6 on relieving your stress when you went to go get drunk and
Yeah.
you tried to scare someone while it just sloshed completely
Yeah.
out of your mind, which was still kind of scary, but you know.
Anything else for Sawtooth?
What does our heat look like?
1, 2,
5?
5. Yeah, you were at 5 heat now.
I'm gonna spend a coin to roll again, and I'm going to. You know what? We're just gonna try to command again. I think.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, that's
on.
2 more.
Yes.
All right, you're down to 3. Anything else?
Okay. I No, I think that's good for me.
Okay. And Dirge, what about you?
Well, first thing that's going to happen is Dirge is going to go get laid.
Okay. Go ahead and indulge your vice. Very nice.
Hooray, I am down to 2 stress.
All right. What next?
Sorry, I'm down to 1 stress. I had 6. I thought I had 7. Well, I am going to, I'm going to try and see if I can put a ghost in a bottle for our next mission.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's got to succeed eventually.
It's got to succeed eventually.
Not today, though.
Apparently not today.
Not today.
Nope.
You always
Um.
throw money at the problem.
I'm going to throw money at the problem and try it one more time.
Okay.
Hooray.
Ish.
The complication will show up later for you, but you were able to bottle that. And before you do anything else, I do want to say that I do actually have a question for you first. Do you sleep at the lair, or do you have another place? Do you have like a townhouse or an apartment or something that you live at?
He's got a little bolt hole that he sleeps at sometimes. So he swaps between the lair and his little bolt hole.
Okay. So on this particular day, you are coming back from spending some quality time with Madame Silvermoon. And you're almost back, and it's dark out, it's nighttime, it's getting a little late. You're almost there, your hands on the door, you're getting ready to go in, and you feel something behind you in the darkness. You are not alone. Do you turn to look, or what do you do?
I mean, I'm gonna look because if it's a ghost, I'm gonna be trying to ready. If it's a ghost, I'm gonna try and bottle this one too.
Okay. So you turn and you scan the darkness, trying to figure out what is here with you. And in the distance, in the dark, you see a pair of bright red eyes staring at you. You don't see like a form or anything like that. You just see the eyes. And before you can really do anything, you almost feel lips on your ear, and you hear the most pleasing, like the most sexy, pleasing voice you can think of. That is the voice that you hear in your ear. And it says, "Oh yes, you'll do quite nicely. I'll be seeing you, Adric." And then the eyes disappear and you are alone again.
Oh god damn it!
That was your other entanglement.
I'm gonna double check my demon bane charm.
It is there. Everything's fine. The demon is gone. But that is your other entanglement. It was a demonic notice. And if we were to keep playing, at some point this demon would approach you again and offer you a dark offer. Whether or not you take it or not would be up to you. But that was the entanglement that I rolled for you guys. So anyway, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna spend a coin to reduce heat.
Okay.
In this particular case, I'm going to be doing the Blue Coats a favor by, like, chasing off ghosts at one of their crime scenes that's causing them problems.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't be doing crime. Look how helpful we are. I say, knowing that the Whisperer was the only one to do anything even mildly helpful.
I mean, you did help some of the Blue Coats with their pastimes.
I'm pretty sure providing drugs doesn't exonerate me of other crimes. I could be wrong. I'm not a lawyer.
Was that 4 to 5? Is that your reduced heat roll?
Yes.
Okay. So you are now down to 1 heat.
All right. 1 heat is manageable.
Okay.
I think I'm done.
Okay.
I have a ghost in a bottle that's going to be a problem later. So, granted, I was trying to acquire a temporary asset with that one, so I think I just rolled incorrectly. Yeah, I did. I didn't roll the whole thing on the dice roller.
It's fine. I will add it to the. Oh, can I do it as? I'm gonna add it as an expert, I guess, because there is no ghost gang type. Just so that it's there. You also, if we're doing it as a cohort, you do get to pick the edges and the flaws for it.
Cool.
Actually, for your you get to pick the edges for the complication that I was going to give you. I'll pick the flaws.
All right, I'll deal with that.
Okay. Fearsome, independent, loyal, or tenacious. You can pick one or two.
We're gonna say that it's loyal.
Okay.
Because I bribed it with some other stuff
Mm-hmm.
in exchange for a small favor.
Okay.
And we're gonna say fearsome because of the ghosts, and people should be scared of them.
Okay. What does that say? I'm gonna say unreliable. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna say savage. And wild are the flaws.
So once I pull it out of the bottle, it's a danger.
Yes, it is excessively violent and cruel, and it is also very loudmouth and full of debauchery.
Sounds like my kind of ghost.
I mean, if he's full of debauchery, I probably was like, I could probably help you out with getting some ghost action there, bro.
Oh my god, that's funny. All right, so are we ready to jump in? Oh, did we lose?
We lose what?
I thought we lost somebody. Oh, we did. We lost Lottie.
Oh no. Where'd it go?
So, while we're waiting for Lottie to be able to get back on, Smoke.
Yes.
Your vice is gambling, is that correct?
That is in fact correct.
Okay. So for story reasons, I'm going to say your preferred gambling den is a place called it's in Silk Shore. It's called the Silver Stag Casino. It's a very high-end establishment. You particularly like this place because it's very clean and well kept, and this is where a lot of important people come to gamble. You have like rich mucky mucks that come in. You have high-ranking members of high-tier gangs, as well as the workers who like to gossip loudly about the other patrons. This is a great place not only to indulge your vice, but also to potentially find jobs. Helene is the owner, and she is known for being very stern but very fair. So you're at the Silver Stag. You're gambling. You're having a good night. You're currently up some silver, and that's when you notice the bouncer that you call Lurch, because he's about 6'6" and made of nothing but muscle, as far as you can tell, and a very nicely dressed older gentleman that you recognize as Philip. And Philip is Helene's right-hand man. He is in charge of security. And they walk up to you, but they kind of stand behind you and they wait until the current game is over. And when the game is over, Philip tells you, "Excuse me, sir, but I'm going to need you to follow me, please."
I haven't been winning that well that I need to get kicked out. At least I don't think so. I should be up more if I have.
No. Just the big boss needs a moment of your time. That's all.
Oh. Well, all right then. I will get up and I will follow.
Okay. Can one of you do me a favor, and in the video chat, can you tell me what Lottie posted on there? Because I can't actually open that without messing up everything. Although I guess the camera's already messed up, so I can probably just look at it. But
She is saying that she might have to go off camera.
okay.
Discord is locked and shut down. Apparently on their phone because the computer is freaking out.
Okay.
So they might be in the same boat as me.
Okay. All right. Well, what we'll do is I will finish this little bit of the spiel, and if Lottie is not able to get back in, then we'll go to a quick break so I can fix everything. That is the wrong one that I did not want. So do you follow Philip and Lurch up? Okay. So he leads you through the main gambling hall to the back of the room. Once you're there, he kind of presses on a certain spot in the wall, which swings open, revealing a small room and a staircase. He motions for you to follow him up, and Lurch is behind you. And he kind of pulls the door closed behind him. Upstairs, it looks to be some ultra exclusive private gambling rooms. While like the main gambling hall is really pretty fancy, these rooms are like
Double extra thing.
yeah, like no expense was spared to make these the most comfortable rooms. As he's kind of leading you past all of these, you turn a corner, and as you go down the hall, you see a set of double doors. Philip knocks twice, waits a minute, and then opens the door. Inside is a really fancy office, and Helene is sitting there behind the desk. Helene is a very elegant-looking older woman, very pretty, about 5'5", dark brown skin, dark brown eyes, brown hair reaching just past her shoulders, and it's always curled perfectly. Tonight she's wearing a very tight-fitting black dress that stops just above her knees, and she's wearing some black knee-high boots. She always wears very simple jewelry, a silver chain around her neck, and there's a small, or a simple circular charm about the size of one of the gambling chips. A ring on one of her fingers that's just basically a small piece of jade in a silver setting. And then she has a really pretty bracelet that's like thin strands of silver and gold kind of intricately woven together with rubies and peridots and lapis lazuli gems throughout. When you enter the room, she kind of nods to Philip and Lurch and tells them to please wait outside. And she gives you a small smile and asks you to please sit.
I'll take a seat in what I assume is a very comfortable chair.
It is a very comfortable chair. It is one of those like really, really like soft leather chairs that's just super comfortable. She offers you a drink, and then if you accept, she goes and pours you a drink and hands it to you and sits back down.
Say no to a free drink.
And it's all very high end stuff in her office. And she tells you, I know your reputation, and I need your services.
Well, I guess we'll cut straight to it then.
Yeah, she is not one for kind of pussyfooting around. Like, she has business to attend to, so... and she looks a little uncomfortable about this, but she tells you there's a man that comes in and uses one of my private rooms. He typically reserves the biggest private room, and to be quite honest, he's a prick. I've never really had much of a problem with him besides just being a jerk. But he and his buddies racked up a huge debt and then left without paying. He's refusing, just absolutely refusing to pay the money that he owes me, and it's a lot. He's a magistrate, and he specializes in financial cases, and he's using some bullshit magistrate talk to try to get out of paying what he owes me. In fact, he actually threatened me. He threatened to come after the Silver Stag if I continue to pursue this. I need help.
I'm gonna guess you've got an idea of what kind of help if you're coming straight to me.
Yes.
So,
look,
are you wanting to get the coin he owes you, or you just want to teach a lesson to the next person who wants to try this particular game?
Yes.
Work with yes.
Look, he collects rare and expensive decorative trinkets. His whole house, yeah, of course, his whole house is basically full of worthless crap that's just really, really expensive. There's two in particular that are just ridiculously expensive, and it would cover his debt and then some. So I would like you and your crew to get them for me. As a little extra payback, like I said, his house is full of stupid, worthless, and incredibly expensive things. So take whatever you want for yourselves. And then as a bonus, I'll owe you a favor, and you can use one of the private rooms whenever you'd like. He's throwing a lavish party. The fucker actually invited me. Had the nerve to invite me to his party, but he won't pay me what he owes me.
Ballsy.
Yeah, the party, it'll be full of rich, exploitable people, so if you wanted to hit him at the party, there's more people there that you could probably get stuff from. I don't really care how you do it, as long as you don't mention my name if you get caught.
I mean, that's just standard.
I figured.
What are these two specific things that are... What are they?
They're so stupid.
Probably write that down.
They're like decorative eggs, but they're just gems. Like one of them has like diamonds and rubies all over it. The other one has like sapphires. They're ugly. They're about like they're basically Fabergé eggs. Basically, is what she's getting at.
One of them fragile eggs.
Yeah, exactly. His name is Roland Watt. He lives in some big fancy house in Brightstone. You have some options if you want to just go in loud and start stealing shit. That's totally. I mean, that's you guys do you. You could also maybe pose as staff because they're always hiring like servers and bartenders for these parties. Or if you wanted to go as party guests, I can get you an invitation. Obviously not through me, but I can make sure that you guys have invitations. Right.
Let me talk to my crew and see which way they want to go with it.
Okay. I would say if you don't want to risk hitting the actual party, maybe hitting it before the party, like earlier in the day, because him and his wife should be gone all day getting ready. So that's always a good time because the only people that are there would be the staff working. But yeah, no, however you want to do it is fine. Just let me know what you need from me. And I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Sounds like a fun afternoon. And then I will do the appropriate whatever needs to be done to extricate myself, and then I'll go back to the crew and basically tell them all the things that you just told me.
Okay. I am going to take us to the BRB screen for just a minute so I can kind of tweak my mic because apparently it's a little staticky, and tweak the cameras a little bit. So we will be back in just like maybe 2-3 minutes. But
I'm so sorry.
No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. I just can't focus on like telling you guys the story while I'm trying to do the camera. Like my brain's not going to work that way. So we'll be back in like at most 5 minutes. All right, we are back. Technical issues hopefully have been worked out. I have messed with my sound settings, so hopefully I won't be staticky or anything like that. Okay, so you guys have the floor.
So what you guys thinking? Like, actually try and be like sneaky about this, or just buck it and kick down a door?
I mean, I love a little sneakiness, a little intrigue always suits me well, but I can also get on board with some more rough ways of handling things.
You know, I'm not really the sneaking around type. And besides, I don't know if I want to squeeze myself into one of them fancy little waiter outfits.
I mean, it'd only be long enough for you to, you know, flex and like burst through it and hit someone. I assume that's what would end up happening. Well, yeah, you're probably gonna end up hitting someone. Because if we do it during the party, we can also shake down the rich party guests.
Now, I will remind you that she did say she could get you into the party. So if you don't want to work the party and you want to show up as guests, you can do that as well.
Hey, quick follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those invites could she get us?
4, 5.
Okay.
Mostly just because she would have to call in favors for other people for them to get the, like the +1s, invitations, because she doesn't want her name attached to it.
Right. Okay, I'll put that thought in the back burner.
I will say this though. So you have a ghost in a bottle that if you wanted to go in as guest, Dirge could carry the ghost in the bottle with him. For the other group of cohorts that you have, you could say that they are like laying in wait, and if you guys like go in as guests and then you decide that you want to, do the violence thing and start just stealing, and beating people up or whatever, they can come in to help you later, so they can be on standby. So if they can't be there as guests, they can be outside waiting, basically.
I vote that we just go in as guests. I think that's a better.
Yeah, all right. Go in as guests, get a lay of the land, and then inevitably devolve into horrible violence.
So technically this should be a deception.
Stealthy plan.
Yeah. I would call this deception because you're like tricking these people into thinking that you're guests. But I know that you guys get a bonus for assault, and I know that's probably how it's gonna turn out. So,
I don't know what shocking about. We're great guests.
I am sure.
What if we didn't ask for the invitations and we showed up to the party anyway because we know where it is, and then they go, "You're not on the list," and then we go, "How's this for a list?" and we beat up the people.
I love that.
So you want to crash the party?
That's just the attack the party and grab stuff as we run out plan.
Well, okay, so
I'm not against it, to be clear.
So, okay, I'm willing, because I have a feeling that this might go badly, I'm willing to call this an assault plan, but if you would like to try to talk your way into the party without actually having,
No, God.
Are you sure? I think that would be hilarious.
I can probably talk it.
I was really just trying to make if you really wanted us to have a more assault plan.
Oh no, the plan is 100% up to you. I was just trying to give you guys your best shot. So that's why I was saying, like, technically either way it would be a deception. But you guys do get an extra dice for engagement rolls for assault. So, I mean, we could say it's an assault with a little bit of deception if you guys really wanted to, but no, it's absolutely a deception. If you guys are going this route, it's absolutely a deception.
Let's do it.
All right.
What route is deception?
If you either, if you
giving us.
Yeah, if you go to the party with the invitations and you're posing as guests, or if you try to talk your way into the party without invitations, you're trying to manipulate your way in. That would be, you're trying to lure, trick, or manipulate the situation. So that would be deception. If you're trying to sneak in,
is it deception if we just like bust the doors down?
Oh no, that's
deception.
no. If you're just gonna like walk up and like kick the door down and bust your way in, that is absolutely assault, and I am 100% on board with that plan. But if you're trying to like pose as workers or pose as guests, that's deception.
I love deception though.
Yes, if we're.
I feel like we could let ours slide. I feel like we can do this as a two-pronged assault.
Yeah.
the trick is we have to pick one for the
engagement roll.
roll.
Right. But here's what I'm saying. We can do this as a two-pronged assault because we can do a pincer maneuver, aka we let our slide go in, so we have someone on the inside before things start, accompanied by someone else. Then, when the party is full on, they signal the rest of the group to bring in our cohorts, and we crash the party. So we have people on the inside to be able to unlock the doors, things like that, so we can get past security. But it's still an assault. We're just using a sneaky method to gain access to the building.
That's still deception, though, because the engagement roll is how things are going at the start, and if that's how you're starting it, then it's still deception. Which I'm like I said,
Deception.
I'm totally here for it, and in fact, I would even say that like if your slide wants to go in as the guest and the three of you are her escorts, that could totally work. If one of you wants to go as her escort, or if you just want to send her in, however you guys want to do it is fine.
Deception.
Okay.
Let's do a bad job. Come on, let's burn it all down. Let's burn our lives to the ground.
All right. So, is this operation particularly bold or daring?
We are attacking a magistrate in his house during a party.
Yeah.
I'd say yes.
Okay.
I'd say it's pretty bold.
We're showing up to the judge's house and kicking his teeth in.
Is this?
Gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah, no. This is, and to be fair, actually, you know what? Before we do this, does anybody want to try to gather information? Let's do that first.
Or that seems like something we should do.
Yeah, we totally skipped over that part.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. I just happened to notice it, and I was like, oh yeah, right. They should probably ask those questions.
We gotta gather information. What's our most pressing question, guys?
Who's going to the party?
Can we get a guest list?
Guest list? Yeah, a guest list is definitely something I feel like we need.
Sounds like guest list is the consensus.
All right, let's gather that information. Why does that say failure? No, that's not right. That's... Oh, hold on. Actually, let me...
The dice are being spicy today.
I'm going to redo that for... Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. So...
Yeah, it's rolling all of them as if they're as if there's no dice in it at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to take the 4, and I'm going to ignore the failure. So as for the guest list, you guys are able to get a partial guest list. Is that right? So there are some other magistrates that will be there. There is a gang that he's using as hired security. They call themselves the Greencoats, basically because they want to make fun of the blue and the gray coats. They basically hire themselves out as security or enforcers for people. So there will be a fairly large contingency of them floating around. There will be several members of the Church of Ecstasy there.
They don't like. What? No, they never found out it was us. We're fine. Everything's fine.
that is true. They don't know that it's you yet. So the partial list that you got, there's rumors that normally the Lord Governor shows up to these parties, but you don't. It's not confirmed. It's not on the actual list. Helene will be there. What is that person's name? I had a name and I thought I wrote it down and I did not. One second. There's a man named Chief Helker who will be there. You all, if you've not met him, you know of him. He is one of the senior dockers on the docks. He's very influential. He likes to go to Walker's Bar a lot. So if you've not actually been introduced to him, you've seen him there. Sergeant Lachlan will be there, and he is the senior Bluecoat squad leader, as well as Martin Gull, who is the owner and operator of the Leaky Bucket public house. And then there is a man named Bell Brogan, who is the Scublander factory worker. He is basically a union organizer. It's a little weird to see his name on the list, but he is on the list. So that's the partial list that you guys were given.
Okay. By the way, I think I figured out why the dice are being.
What did I do?
When you go to the dice roller thing, very first thing is number of dice. If you leave it at 0, it thinks you have 0 dice.
Oh yeah, that was
Because if you don't have a token on the screen, it won't pull it from the character. So
That's
you have to
why,
manually tell
gotcha.
it how many dice.
That's why, gotcha. Thank you.
That's weird because I had selected my token when I'd used it, and it still rolled as if I'd rolled low.
Weird.
Either way, I think doing it with like putting in the correct manual amount of dice should solve that.
Mr. Kitty.
Not that that's super relevant, as I believe we're past the part where we're going to need that, but
Mr. Kitty. Sorry,
Yeah.
my cat is tickling my leg. Stop it, please.
never.
All right. So yeah, that is the partial guest list that you guys received. Mostly because some of the people, even though it is relatively close to the party, still have not confirmed. And you were given the list of people who have confirmed. Thank you. All right. Since that was being weird, and I am a dummy and didn't put in the number of dice, I will let you guys have one more question. And I will do it properly this time. Do you have another question for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We know that they're going to have some security personnel. Can we get any information on what kind of security measures there are beyond, actual guards?
Okay. Oh, God damn it.
Fuck yeah!
Of course, that would be the fucking roll that I get a 6 on.
What do you get for offering us anything?
I know. I need to stop fucking doing that.
Yeah.
So as for the members of the Greencoats, that will be there, they have a couple of cutters, they have a leech, they have a hound, and they have, what else do they have? They have a hound, and they have a slide. And a lurk. They have a hound, a slide, a lurk, and a couple of cutters. As for other security measures, I hadn't thought about that. God damn it.
I mean, do they have
see.
ghost wards for our special ghosty friend? So spirit bottle should let him get past either way, but
there are some ghost wards. There are 2 hulls.
oh, it's not great.
And then they have in the parts of the house that are off limits, there are traps. I have, hold on, I have the traps.
The entire thing is rigged to blow as soon as we take the fragile egg.
Hmm.
Big boulder will come down and start rolling after.
Where's my trap? There
Everything
it is.
just explodes into poison.
We need to make sure we have a weighted beanbag of the precise weight to do that quick swap.
Remember, there's 2 fragile eggs.
There are a couple of standstill traps. There's at least one Sparkcraft door. There is a dream smoke trap, and there is a flash bomb trap. And those are just in the places that are off limits to the party guests. So just so you know, flash bomb is exactly what it sounds like. If you open a door that the flash bomb is attached to, it will cause orbs to fall. If the orbs are broken, it causes a very bright flash. You can try to catch them, and you can try to roll to resist being blinded by them. But if they break, the flash goes off. A dream smoke trap is basically a trap that's on a mechanism on the ground. And when you step on it, it releases a mist straight up. And it releases a very pleasant intoxication state for anybody that's in the mist. And then the standstill trap is another mechanism on the ground. Once you step on it, it shoots powder in all directions, and anyone in the powder must roll to resist, or you become temporarily paralyzed. So that's those are the security measures that you will encounter randomly if you go to places that are off limits to party guests. All right. Are we ready for the engagement roll?
Let's do it to it.
Okay.
It's crime time. Crime time live.
Does this plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they are weakest?
I don't know. Are stupid tchotchkes a weakness?
Weakness at a party, showing off lavishness.
That's true. Security does have to be reduced at least a little bit. He's got a bunch of guests inside.
Okay.
You can't have your party be full of death traps. Well, you can, but it's like you got to be a lot more blatantly evil to get away with that.
That is very true. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Not mine.
I mean, we kind of already have gotten aid, gained entry, etc.
And I mean, she will be there, and she's been there before. So once you're there, she might be able to help point you in the right direction if you need.
That's true. I had not considered. So, yes, I guess.
Okay. Are there any other elements that you wish to consider? It is technically a lower tiered target. So I will.
Down.
Anything else you guys want me to consider?
I can't really think.
I don't really have anybody that could help us out, so I think I'm ready to be pretty and go on in.
Okay.
I can't think of anything, so I'm.
Oh, real quick before we make the engagement
Mm-hmm.
roll, what Grim was saying earlier about whether or not we wanted to split into two groups. Well, the engagement roll determines how well or poorly that ends up going. Did we want to send in the slide alone, or with one or all of us, or is this a? We want to do that?
I'm down to go alone or with a partner.
Well, I think either way, like, if we do end up causing some trouble and we do need her goons to come in and help us, we'll have to do at sort of like having people come in thing anyway, even if we're all in there.
I'm
So-
just trying to establish whether we all went in together or if we did in fact split the party. And if so, along which lines?
Does anyone feel strongly about staying behind to gain entry later?
I mean,
I only made the suggestion as a way to try and game the system and be like, we're doing an assault, but we're being sneaky about our assault.
I would point out that if we're all going in with her, loadouts might have to be different because a normal or heavy loadout looks like you're ready to start some shit.
This is true.
Oh, damn.
But the flashback thing is still in effect. So, for instance, you could always say later that, if you guys all want to go in together, you could say, like, maybe you got with Helene or you bribed somebody. You can do a flashback and say, I bribed somebody to stash my stuff somewhere in the house for me.
Ooh, good idea.
Or however you guys want to do it. But the flashback is an option that if you want to say, I'm going to stash this, this, and this,
Right. Well, I'm hearing a resounding silence, so I guess we all go in together.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. I am not going to take any dice away from you for this roll. So you have 4 dice for your engagement roll.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
Finally!
You guys are at a desperate position.
Again, same as last time.
Yeah.
How are we fucked? How did the plan go so awry, Isabits? Tell us.
So, I was really hoping by not taking any dice away from you that this is going to go better.
You fool.
So you guys are able to make it into the party. However, one of the greencoats is very suspicious of you guys, whether this person has seen you before, knows of you, that sort of thing. So you guys are being watched very, very closely as you guys enter this party, and wherever you guys go, it's very difficult to get away from somebody that's kind of trying to keep an eye on you.
Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful.
But
I like the party.
let's go ahead and do your loadouts for going to the party, in the party. What are you guys taking with you? And again, like I said, you guys can always do a flashback later to say that you did something in order to be able to stash gear, if you so desire.
I mean, I'll have a light loadout.
Okay. What about the rest of you? I'm assuming everybody's taking.
Loadout exactly. Like,
Under 3, I think. Hold on, don't quote me on that.
It is. It's 3 or less.
It is 3 or less.
Like
Okay,
a
that's
light
what.
load is essentially something that's designed for you. That's designed that you're not. You're carrying the minimal stuff you need to be able to do
Yeah.
what you're planning on doing.
Yeah. Anything that's in italics does not have a load.
Yeah, you can basically have that for.
Yeah. Anything that has 2 boxes is 2. It counts as 2 a 2 load, I guess. Or counts as 2. You know what I mean. So like your fine hand weapon only counts as 1, but if you were to take the fine heavy weapon, that counts as 2.
okay, so I can still take all of my, like, I can take all of my weapons with me and not really worry about it, right?
Yeah, but those will stand out.
You'll
I mean,
be-
if you really
Yeah.
think about it.
You're showing up to the party visibly armed.
Yeah. I'll just bring my I'll bring just like my fine hand weapon, and maybe I can like stash that in like my sleeve or
Mm-hmm.
someplace hidden. Is that
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah.
And then some free stuff, I guess.
Is everybody going light at the start?
Yeah, I have like loaded dice and trick cards just in case anybody stops me that I could like be like, oh, do you want to play cards or something? You know.
I am gonna overall plan to have a normal load, but he's only bringing in a light load's worth of stuff.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you guys are now in this party. It is quite crowded. The house is very, very nice. There is an older gentleman that is basically working what is effectively the coat check. If anybody has ever seen Archer, he kind of resembles Woodhouse. Tall, skinny, very blonde, talks in a very like quiet, gravelly British accent. Anything that like if you have like a heavy coat, most people do because it is cold. He will give them a little ticket. He will take the coat and that sort of thing. There is music playing. There is so like if you come in the entrance, it's just a very large foyer. There's stairs to the back, to the left-hand side. There's some double doors that are opened and all of the furniture has been removed, and it's just kind of a bunch of people standing around, drinks in hand, talking. Towards the back, there's a little area that's for dancing, and they have like a band set up, and people are dancing. There are a couple of places upstairs that they're allowing people, but for the most part, the upstairs is like the bedrooms and whatnot are all blocked off. There are servers wandering around with drinks and little finger foods. What would you guys like to do?
So, what I want to know is, since we got a bad situation, are we in the party and then shit goes bad, or have we been revealed to be party crashers?
No, you are being watched. They let you in, but they think they recognize you, but they haven't. They're not sure. So
We're being scrutinized.
yeah, everywhere you go, there's a green coat or two. Somebody is watching you, basically.
Okay.
So you're in. They have not called you out yet, but they are watching you to see what you're doing.
Fair enough.
Is it just like one person, or is it like multiple people?
Oh no, it's multiple. Every room you go in, there's a new person that's like watching you.
The security team has been warned that we look like trouble.
Yes.
Great. Well, I'm just here to punch things. So you guys decide where we gotta go, what we gotta do, and I will provide the muscle to help out in that way. What are still Fabergé eggs, right?
Yeah, and then anything else that.
Yeah, and whatever else you want.
I am going to quietly approach our slide and be like, I have a way to start things. I've got a ghost in a bottle. So actually, this would be something that probably happened during a flashback. I'm like, if we need to start things, I've got a ghost in a bottle. He's kind of angry, so yeah, that means that he's probably going to come out ectoplasmic claws swinging.
Okay.
So we got to come up with a hand signal if you think that I need to just go ahead and unleash the beast.
I love that. I think she's gonna like come up with like a touch to her nose or something. Like that's kind of fun. A little tap, the tip of her nose. She's like, when I do that, I think it's time to rock and roll.
Fair enough. Yeah. So everybody else is basically getting that whole same sort of deal. It's like I've got the ghost. If things go poorly, I'm gonna let him out in the main room.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I think that's a good way
Could
to
we- Could
Get
we
it,
let
Walt?
the ghost out to cause a distraction?
That's the whole point.
That's what we're trying to do.
Okay, great.
Before we jump immediately to releasing a ghost, hey,
I love it.
special slide lady, how about you perhaps try and trick some of the guests and or the magistrate into, see if you can't get them bragging about said fragile eggs, and so we know where they are.
That's a good idea.
Before you do that,
I'm not fragile. Sorry.
oh no, you're fine. Before you do that, Sawtooth, will you do me a favor?
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's a little dice roller over there. Can you, where it says fortune roll, add 2 dice to it, and then
Why?
give me a fortune roll, please? I didn't say it was gonna be bad. I just want to see if something happens.
Do I have to add our crew tier to this?
No, you just add
No.
2 dice.
Hey, see, everything's fine except for all the way things are fucked.
Okay, cool.
Right. That sounds so assuring.
So as you guys are kind of wandering around, Sawtooth, do you remember, when you were trying to get information,
No.
the blueprint that you got, do you remember how you got that blueprint for you guys for the church?
I do remember I intimidated a lady
Member of
priest of the Church of Ecstasy,
Oh.
and I basically intimidated her very heavily into giving us the blueprints, and she was very scared of me and possibly for her life.
That is true.
She's here, isn't she?
She's here, yeah. She had, you see her, she doesn't see you yet. So just keep that in mind as you, if you had
So-
gotten lower on that fortune roll, she would have seen you.
In the spirit of that
Great.
revelation, I assume this place has an open bar.
In fact, it does.
I'm going there.
Where can I find a drink in this place?
Everywhere.
While our
The only one of us is
gathers
any good at talking.
If you head towards the dining room, there's an actual bar with bartenders, and then if you just kind of wander around, there's staff that's like carrying around random drinks. If you want something in particular, you can stop one of them and ask, and they will go have it made and bring it to you.
Oh, I'm gonna ruin
Is
some
there
waiter's
a
day.
large vase with flowers that I can hide behind, like a cartoon character?
Yeah, that's.
Yes.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Excellent. This is going great already. Oh,
I mean, I do have some power and command, so I could also try and like intimidate people into telling us where stuff is, but I don't know if I'm ready to do that just yet.
yeah. No, let our slide work her wiles. If things degrade, you can always just smack people's face.
I feel like our slide is probably using as many of her feminine wiles as possible.
Oh, absolutely. She is ready to rock and roll, and she is flirting up a storm, and also just
Wearing the
using every.
tightest dress possible that barely lets her walk.
Yeah, she is. It's a wiggle dress for a reason because she is
Yeah.
wiggling.
So, who all are you trying to talk to, and what information are you trying to get from these people?
Oh,
I want to know where all the goods are.
Okay.
I'm going to the bartender, and I'm not trying to get any information. I'm just ruining his night by ordering something obscenely complex.
Of course you are.
He's not gonna love what's about to happen.
Amazing.
To give our slide a bit of information here, knowing about the various tchotchkes in the house, what they're important for. Because if they're expensive, they're important for some reason or another. You know, like where they came from, how rare they are, etc. Things like that is a great idea.
Just feeding her that information so she has fun facts.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be nearby, so I can provide assistance just in case.
Okay.
Perfect.
Of course, I'm going to be nursing probably just like a straight bourbon the whole night.
Okay.
Can't be getting drunk when I'm going to be unleashing a ghost on a party.
Are you sure? I think that that's
Oh,
actually a
yeah.
really good idea. I am here for that idea. And I promise mostly probably nothing bad will happen, maybe.
Well, he is loyal, so he knows who I am and who the main members of our crew are. Or it is loyal. I don't know what gender the ghost is. I don't care if ghosts may not even have gender anymore.
Aw, did you bring it out in at the layer and be like, all right, this is the members of the crew. Don't stab them. Everybody meet. Insert the meaning name here.
No, he promised to try to help the ghost get laid if the ghost helped out, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, that is the promise. It was I'm gonna help you get laid. Pulled out like some pictures. Make sure not to hurt me or these people. The less damage you do to the five of us,
The hotter
the
the
more
inevitable
chances-
ghost lady.
Or man, we don't know.
That's true. That's right. I no judgment.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, are you looking for your host to talk to the host to, get more information, or are you looking for somebody else, a Heartbreaker?
I'm looking for the host because I think that that's probably going to be the best way
Okay.
to figure out exactly.
I'm so excited for this.
where
Okay.
I'm headed.
I mean, she is showing off the goods, so
Yeah.
may be inclined to want to speak to her.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is not difficult to find the host. He is kind of holding court in one of the rooms. People are standing around him. It's very obvious that they are laughing because he expects them to laugh, not that he's actually funny. As you approach him, there is a woman on his arm. And she is very beautiful. Pale skin. Hold on, let me see if I can find this picture so that I can describe her a little bit better to you, and then I will show you her token. Very pale, very dark hair, very dark lips, like black lipstick, very dark eye makeup, which it's very striking because her face is extremely pale. And then she has these like really pretty gray eyes. And as you kind of approach, you can tell there's just something not right with her. Like there's just something off.
The vibes are not vibing.
Fail the vibe check.
Why is that not showing up the way that I want it to?
When you hover over it, I think it shows the
It
image that you want it,
does.
but the actual token does.
Yeah, I don't know why it's being weird like that. Okay. Anyway, yeah, if you hover over it, it shows the actual picture. So that is who is on his arm. So you approach, do you say anything? Do you just sit there and listen to whatever story he's telling?
I am going to listen to whatever story he's telling and try to kind of weasel my way into the conversation, but keeping an eye on her
Okay.
to try to see what her deal is.
Okay. So the story that he is telling is not a very good story. It is about one of the financial cases that he worked. He's trying to make it seem a lot more interesting than it actually is. But it's basically just like an accountant talking about like doing taxes. It's very, very dry, very boring. As you kind of are listening to the story, he obviously takes notice of you. He leans over once the story is done and he kind of whispers to his wife on his arm. And she kind of looks over at you and then looks at him and nods. And then she goes to the corner of the room and she just stands in the corner of the room.
Well, that's weird.
Do you approach him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's weird, but nothing that I can't.
As you approach, he gives you this very big smile. And actually, I think I have a token for him too. Yeah, that is the gentleman that you're seeing. He's about 6 foot. Mustache, his hair is kind of slicked back, very nicely dressed, and he gives you this very like big smile that's almost creepy. And he says, "I don't remember ever seeing you at one of these parties before."
Oh, well, it's good to know that I make an impression.
You definitely do. I would absolutely remember someone as lovely as you. I am Roland Watt, and you are, my dear?
Cordelia Valentine.
Well, that is a beautiful name for a beautiful lady.
Of course.
May I get...
She offers her hand.
Oh, he absolutely takes it. May I get you a drink?
Oh, yes. I would love something to drink.
He kind of leads you away, and he... As you get a little bit further from his wife, he kind of flags down one of the waiters and he grabs 2 glasses of champagne and hands you one of them. So tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I am a... Oh, no, I have to come up with a fake story. I am a florist by trade. I spend a lot of time working on arrangements, mostly for the funeral industry, which can be such a drag. But, you know, everybody deserves something beautiful in their last days. You know how it goes.
Oh, yes, of course. And you can tell he's not really listening to anything you're saying. He's more paying attention to your assets than what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me, are you here with someone tonight?
Oh, actually, I did come alone, which is a lie, but she's just full of lies.
Everything's a lie.
Everything's a lie.
Well, that is very convenient.
And this is your abode, I'm assuming?
Oh, it is, actually. And, you know, it's such a big house for just me, but I do love sharing it with all my friends, and I do love making friends. And as he says that, he kind of, like, very creepily looks you up and down.
She's like, well, I'm always in the market for new friends, and especially ones with exquisite taste, like you have.
I do have very good taste. And he kind of, like, leans in and says, especially in the ladies, and then, like, winks at you. Yeah, he's very cringy.
Yeah, if the lady who was on his arm failed the vibe check, he is just aggressively throwing knives at the vibe check.
Yeah, Lavinia is just like, this is like nails on a chalkboard, but she's gonna get to the bottom of finding some fancy stuff. But she'll take a sip of her drink and be like, Well, I'd love to see some of your more interesting pieces if you have anything to show me. Like, I can tell that you're somebody who admires artwork or trinkets, things of that nature. I love taking in things, you know, being somebody who spends so much time working in aesthetics myself.
Well, I wouldn't mind giving you a private tour. Go ahead and give me that sway roll. Yeah.
Taking in things, she says.
What kind of roll?
Sway.
Don't forget we're in a desperate situation.
Yes, it is. It's yeah.
Which does mean that you get an XP towards.
You
Woo.
do.
I got success.
Okay.
And you get an XP towards your resolve.
You do. So he is going to start taking you on a tour. And we will get back to that in a moment. What are the other three of you doing while this is going on?
At this point, I've probably either made best friends with
I'm
the
in line
bartender
at the
or
bar.
lying.
Most of you guys are getting drunk.
Are behind.
No, I'm teaching a
I'm in line at the bar
bartender.
behind Smoke, who continues to guide the bartender into how to make this drink that he wants. As the bar line grows and grows and grows.
He said there was more than one bartender back here. I'm monopolizing only one, unless they've become so intrigued by my methods that they have stopped in awe.
Yeah, no, I guarantee what he ordered was something like the multi-layered sparkling Leviathan. Which is one of those drinks that's like 6 different colors.
Yeah, and it's all layered just perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, plus the edible glitter.
Yeah. You can't forget that.
Yeah. What brings out the shine.
Yeah. So while the two of you are in line at the bar, what is Dirge doing?
Well, Dirge was following Lavinia. Now that she's being let off privately, there's no way I can follow them without drawing the attention of the Greencoats.
Very true.
So, what Dirge is going to do is he's going to go looking for a bathroom.
Okay. You
Once
find
he
one?
gets to a bathroom. Excellent. Once he gets to a bathroom, because it's either private or he's got one of those ones that has bathroom stalls.
Mm-hmm. This one is private.
Excellent. I'm going to try and attune to the ghost field while I'm in here.
Okay.
You fool.
This is going to go so well.
Give me that attune roll. Actually, I need to look at something first. I mean, go ahead and give me the roll, but I need to check something out first. Uh-huh.
Before I roll, I'm going to let you make me an offer for a devil's bargain.
Okay. Okay, let me look that up in a second. Okay. You can have your extra dice, but if you succeed in, I won't even say that. If you roll a 6, and only if you roll a 6, one of the spirits decides that it finds you very intriguing, and it will continuously follow you around.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay.
Oh look, there's a 6. Now I have a ghost following me.
You do. This ghost is very intrigued by you, and it will continually follow you around, and it will, at times, maybe interject in your business.
Well, one of the things that I am carrying, because it's part of the tools of my trade, is a spirit bottle. So unless it's going to fight me, I want to put it in a bottle.
You want to bottle your new ghost friend?
Yeah. I'm, with the thought of, hey, I can show you so many more entertaining things if we're not in this building.
Gotta catch them all.
Sure.
Simon.
You now have two ghosts in a bottle. So you are attuned to the ghost field. What exactly are you looking for?
All right. Well, there's apparently spirits wandering around here since one of them decided to, come say hi. One of the things now that I'm inside the building, I can get a better idea of what kind of anti-ghost protections there are.
Okay.
Because I am planning on unleashing a very angry one who I hope to get laid, and hopefully I can use this other ghost to complete my end of the bargain.
Ooh.
I don't know that that's going to work because that ghost is all about you.
Fair, but I'm going to try. Anyway.
Ghost matchmaker. Ghost matchmaker.
I need to look at something really quick before I give you that information. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Before we ended up on Ghost eHarmony.
Okay.
God. My brain's
Okay.
like, what's that app where they're like swipe right, swipe left?
Tinder.
Yes. I will become
Tinder.
Ghost Tinder.
So the information that you had been given about like the security of the building had said that they had like anti-ghost precautions, but once you have attuned, you realize there aren't actually any ghost precautions on this house. You don't really see a lot of spirit energy around here, though. You see... And to be completely honest, I'm not really sure if this is how this works, but I'm going to say it is because it's my game and I want to say so that's how it's going to work. You can see some arcane energy. In the room where Lavinia was with Mr. Watt, you see some arcane energy there. And then you can also see some upstairs in one of the rooms.
I will make a mental note of both locations. I get the feeling that somewhat upsetting woman is the source of the arcane energy downstairs.
Are you going to go look?
Well... Considering while he's attuned to the ghost field, he's glowy.
That's fair.
Not while he's attuned.
That's fair. Okay.
So I could probably get away with having carried some of my tools of the trade, spirit bottles, my spirit mask, etc., while having them hidden on my person. I doubt I'm going to be able to get away with walking around with my spirit mask on while glowing.
That's probably a good idea. Okay.
Not that kind of party.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
I'm going to make sure my Spirit Bane Charm is, still working properly, and my Demon Bane Charm, and then I'm going to go out and about and essentially case the joint, grab a drink, wander around, listen to people talk, see if that woman has moved at all, or if she's still just standing in that corner.
Like a creep?
She is still standing in the corner. She is attentively watching people. And yes, that is where the arcane energy was coming from.
Yeah, I figured. I'm assuming she's got some kind of connection to either spiritual energy or spark craft or something.
I mean, you could go try to ask her if you want.
No.
You don't want to make friends with your new bestie?
Okay.
Friendship.
Dirge somewhat talk to people, but he's not good at it.
The good ship friendship.
Okay.
Because he's your new best friend.
Well, it depends on what our two drunkards are doing. If they're still just getting a drink, then sure, why not?
I'm not even sure I've gotten my first drink.
Yes, you have gotten your drink. The bartender hands it to you and looks very, very happy that it's done and is hoping that you walk away.
I suppose I can indulge him this once.
He did make you, it's like one of those like really like tall cocktail glasses. Like it's a very big drink.
Right, so I have the maximum amount of liquor so I don't have to come back anytime soon.
Yes, that is exactly what he was thinking.
That was my plan the whole
He
time.
increased the number of layers just so you would have more flavors and not want to come back.
It's like, load this guy up. Leave me alone.
It's only mediocre though. He didn't get it just right. Like it's not like it's good, but it's not as good as it should have been.
I think this is what happens when they tell you you're not allowed to set the top on fire. You really need it to burn off. You know what it's not important.
It stains your tongue blue.
Sure, why not? I suppose I will wander about while drinking my monstrosity of a drink. And if anyone asks me about it, I will tell them and point directly to the bartender that knows how to make it so he can get as many of them made as they need.
I was just getting ready to say, several people come up to you and like, what is that? Where did you get that? And they immediately like go to that bartender and you see him just like glaring at you every time somebody asks him.
The sparkling multi-layer Leviathan. The multi-layer sparkling Leviathan is what it is.
That's what he thinks he can out-petty me.
Sawtooth, you have your drink. What are you doing?
I'm trying to lay low. I do not want this priestess to notice me.
Oh, right.
Because I have a feeling that if she does, it might go crazy. So I'm trying to lay low.
Okay.
And maybe overhear some of the other guests, or maybe overhear some of the. Maybe I can stand like close to like where the kitchen or like where the waiters are coming in and out of like the kitchen or something.
Okay.
And I can overhear like them talk about the regent and his vast wealths.
Yeah, we can do that.
Or maybe I could figure out a way to get upstairs by pulling a waiter into some random area and stealing his clothes. I don't know.
Ooh.
Which one do you want to do?
I think I'll I just don't I have such if I were to like try and disguise myself as a worker, would that be like what kind of role would that be, you think?
I would call that a finesse roll, I think. Or a prowl, a finesse or prowl.
Sorry, give me one sec. I'm just reading things.
Yeah. And if you decide to do that, you have two options. You can either try to take it from a waiter, or you can try to find a waiter's outfit that's not currently being used.
Yeah, I think that might be a better option, I think. But I think I'm gonna just try and see if I can overhear any
Okay.
overhear anybody talking about the treasures of the mansion.
Okay. Smoke, you have your drink. You are pettily sending more people over to that poor bartender who is continually having to make these drinks. What else are you doing?
Well, now that I have caused a distracting problem, are the green coats still hyper focused on me?
Yes.
Alright, well, I probably need to let that wait a little bit longer because I'm gonna give it a little bit of time as people start drinking these monsters of a drink, and if we're basing this off of those fun multi-layer drinks, then they are incredibly delicious, and you have no idea how much alcohol is in them until all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
So let's give that a little bit of time to percolate into the sort of problems that will distract people.
Okay.
I on the hand drink these all the time, so I'm fine probably. Let's find out.
Okay, so we are going to get into that. We're going to take a quick break. And then we will come back and we will get into the rest of this party and find out what happens. So we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes, everybody.
Sweet. Fingers crossed for a bomb.
We have returned. We are at a party. We are at a very fancy party, and things, I have a feeling, are about to take a turn. Smoke, we are going to get to your chaos in just a minute, because that's going to require, I think, a fortune roll from you. And we'll do that in a minute, because I have a feeling shit's going to get wild after that.
Take care of the others. I have a thought.
Oh,
but it's best to let the others go.
amazing.
It'll be fine.
Okay. Heartbreaker.
Yes.
You are on a private tour of the Watt residence with Roland Watt. Super creepy magistrate.
I hate to see it.
He has kept his hands to himself. Like he has, like, if you offered your hand to him, he will, like, put, he'll offer his arm. But he's not, like, being, like, touchy creepy. He's just kind of, like, saying creepy things and, like, giving you creepy looks. So as he's kind of leading you on this tour, he's showing you some pretty mundane things first, just, art that's on the wall, that sort of thing. And you got a 6 on your sway. So what do you say to him to try to get him to show you the really good stuff?
I go, this is really beautiful, but I know that somebody like you has exquisite taste, and I haven't met anybody quite as captivating as you in quite some time. I would love to see what really, makes your brain tick something.
So you want to see my really private stash?
Oh, more than anything.
Well, right this way. And he leads you upstairs. He takes you down a hall, and then up another small flight of stairs to the 3rd floor. He kind of tells you to stand back for just a moment. And he reaches down and he kind of disables something on the floor. And then he opens the door and immediately reaches in and does the same thing, disables something that was above the door. And then he offers you his arm again, and he says, right this way, my lady. And he leads you up the stairs. Up the stairs, there are several display cases. In the display cases are all full of little trinkets. There's a display case in the very back that he kind of leads you to, and he says, this is my most prized collection here. And you see it's a collection of the eggs that Smoke had described to you. On the middle shelf, prominently displayed, are three, actually. One is in the middle, and it is basically gold and diamond encrusted. There's one to the side of it, and it is gold, and it has rubies all over it, and the rubies are like little, like in the shapes of little flowers, all over it. And then the one on the other side has sapphires, and it's much the same as the rubies. It's little flowers. This is my most prized collection here.
Oh, this is absolutely stunning. You have exceptional taste, sir.
He kind of winks at you and says, well, of course I do, my dear. I brought the prettiest girl up here.
Oh, well, I mean, that is neither here nor there. She like acts like sheepish, like like giggling it off, and she's like, "Oh man, you have to tell me a little bit about these. I'm just kind of a sucker for things that sparkle."
Nobody ever wants to know about these. You are even more perfect than I thought. And he will waste hours, if you let him, telling you about each one of them. The history, how much they're worth, how much he paid for them, where he found them, who he took them from, that sort of thing. But he will go on and on and on unless you stop him.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll find a way to cautiously stop him and be like, "Oh well, I do need to get back to the party. Don't you think people are gonna miss you? It is your big get together, but don't worry, I'll be around."
Oh, you tease me. But I suppose you're right. I should get back to the rest of my guests, even though they are not nearly as intriguing as you are.
Mm,
Shall we? And then he offers you his arm again.
of course.
You do notice that he re-engages whatever it was that was on the door. He does not re-engage the one on the floor, though, as you leave.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So the one on the floor is out.
Mm-hmm. So as you guys are heading back towards the party, Sawtooth, you is there something in particular that you are listening for? Like what kind of information are you looking for from these people?
Well, I was worried that that she was gonna get stuck upstairs and we would have to figure out a way to get up there. So I was gonna listen for like details about, I don't know, like if they're workers, there's probably some sort of like back like help like secret passageways for like servants and stuff like that. So I was maybe gonna see if I can notice any of those or see any of them using those or anything like that.
Sure.
But other than that, just maybe like maybe overhearing anyone talk about how wealthy they are, and if I can like
Pick out some future
shoot them up in the
targets.
bathroom and steal their stuff. Yeah.
Give me a hunt roll. And this is still desperate. Okay.
I got a 3.
Okay. You should have rolled 2 dice, though. Or no. Yeah, you should have rolled 2 dice and taken the higher because you have a dot in it.
No, he could have rolled 1
Did it?
if he's
Okay.
only got 1. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have 0 dice, you roll 2,
2.
take the worst.
Right. Well, I knew
And-
that, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't know. Ignore me.
I always do.
Everybody does.
I mean, I can re-roll it again if you want.
No, that's okay. You do not see, you don't hear them talking about any kind of like passages, like servants' passages, and you don't see them going in and out of any. I will say though that you there is a room that you see somebody coming out of, and it doesn't. It looks like a laundry room, perhaps, so you might be able to find maybe a uniform in there.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Dirge, you wanted to talk to the lady, is that correct?
Yep, I did.
Okay. What are you doing? How are you going about talking to this woman?
I mean, she's standing in the corner. The easiest thing to do is to, grab a pair of drinks from like a passing servant that has a tray, and just walk up to her.
Well, hello there.
Pretty much.
She looks at you. Hello?
I can't help but notice that our host has left you to your.
Well, yes. I'm just keeping an eye on things while he's gone.
It seems like such a waste.
Why?
One would think that he would have, well, the woman who was on his arm at the start of the party, mingling, talking to his guests, entertaining, rather than just standing sentinel.
That's not why I'm here, though.
You're not here to stand sentinels? Isn't that what he asked you to do?
Well, no, I'm here for that. I am not here to stay on his arm and mingle, as you say.
Well, why not? It seems like such a waste.
Because I'm supposed to stand here and keep an eye on things.
Anything in particular?
The people. I'm supposed to protect the house and everything in it.
I see. When she's talking, is she speaking primarily in monotone?
Yeah, for the most part.
I got that feeling.
You do kind of notice that while she kind of has the physical appearance of a very, very pretty woman,
Am I hearing like creaking and ticking and stuff like that?
no, not really. But you can kind of see that, like, she is, she looks like a woman, at first glance, but if you're, like, actually standing in front of her and kind of staring at her, you can tell that this is not actually a woman.
Right. This is not a person.
No, this is definitely a hull. For anybody who does not know what a hull is, it's basically a Sparkcraft. I don't want to say contraption.
It's a steampunk robot.
Yeah.
By the damned.
Yeah, basically. You have basically a speared vessel somewhere in this thing, and you can have small ones the size of a house cat. You can have life-size ones that can pass for human, and then you have larger ones, and they have different functions. They can guard, they can protect, that sort of thing. And then they have abilities that they can utilize to do whatever functions they are here to do. So for this one, she is here to guard and protect the home and everything that is in the home, while being able to pose as a person. Yeah, kind of synthetic, but it's more like steampunky. It's very like very put together. It's less synthetic and more, especially for like the non-human ones, it's they're not necessarily synthetic really. Yeah, it's complicated to make, and it's really kind of difficult to make a really good lifelike hull. But yeah, that is what you're looking at.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Is there anything else you want to say to her?
Gonna keep hitting on the robot? I'm not saying you can't get anywhere. Everything in this setting is powered by like Leviathan demon blood, so who the fuck knows? You might make it. How smooth are you feeling?
I am. Does she look in my direction, or is she just kind of looking around?
She did when you approached, but now she is just kind of looking around the room, keeping an eye on people.
Right, so it's an extra set of eyes we got to worry about.
And you did see another one of those very similar arcane signatures upstairs as well.
So he's enough to have more than one of these things. All right. I'm gonna, and so as not to draw additional suspicion, I'm going to basically, well, I suppose I'll leave you to your work, and then walk away.
Okay. She doesn't say anything. She just lets you walk away. All right, Smoke.
All right. Before you say anything, I'm getting ready to make it worse.
I know.
Would like a flashback, please.
Fuck. Okay. What are we flashing back to?
Well, I would like to flashback first is I would like to spend a coin to basically give myself a retroactive downtime as with the rules here, and I'm going to tinker up me a batch of blood needles. Don't worry, it's perfectly fine and normal.
Okay.
That's just great. That's just great. Blood needle is a tier 1 thing.
Yeah.
We're tier 4, and I just got to make it tier 5, so I was, this is what I was hoping for, so I could have it be modified. I would like to modify it into a 2-part drug. And as a continuation of the flashback, since we got the information of who was going to be here ahead of time and the staff and the fun stuff like that, I would like to have preemptively doctored some of the liquor that when certain liquors are combined together, form blood needle. You know, and I just insisted that a bartender learn how to make a very specific drink and got a bunch of people to start drinking it. How much stress is that? 1, 2, 0? What do you think for the flashback?
I'm gonna say 2.
Cool, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Would you like me to read what blood needle does?
Oh no, I'll do it. It induces fever, euphoric mania, and rampant energy.
Let's get this party started.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sick of people paying attention to me. I have crime to do.
So I want you to do me a favor, because this is all like happening as Heartbreaker is coming back downstairs. Actually, before I do that,
yeah.
Can I? Okay, just remembered something that Heartbreaker has that I think would have been beneficial when she was in the room with our
Oh, I
man.
could have killed him while I was.
The Viper
Oh,
potion.
you have like that toxic breath or whatever, or yeah, the Viper potion. You could have like succumbed him to like, and he could have like passed out.
But I feel like that's like
in the...
way. But he's like the host. I feel like that's like way too suspicious.
Yeah,
You
but
were
now
alone.
things are about to get really, really crazy and chaotic in here. So I will say this: as you're coming downstairs, Kit, do me a favor and give me a fortune roll.
Flashback.
It's fine. She hears all the commotion and then grabs him and says, "Kiss me, fool."
Can I do that? Can I do a flashback? And
You don't even need. Yeah, you don't even need to do a flashback for that.
How
but yeah,
many dice is fortune roll? 1, 2, 20?
2. We're just gonna do just a basic. I'm looking to see how chaotic this is going to be when she gets downstairs. Okay,
5
pretty
and 4.
fucking chaotic. Okay, so the fever, the euphoric mania, the rampant energy. There have been a lot of people who have imbibed this new drink. Between people seeing Smoke drinking it or having it in his hand, and him sending,
I told you the glitter was key to my plan that I definitely didn't come up with in the last 5 minutes.
You did. Between people seeing you and you specifically sending them to the bartender, and other people seeing those people and those people sending that, like it's been a thing. The bartenders hate you at this point because now all of them have had to make this drink. So Heartbreaker, as you and Roland come down the stairs, there is just chaotic energy everywhere. The green coats that were watching you all so intently are now having to deal with just all manner of craziness. There are people
insisting they can do a backflip.
Yeah,
they cannot.
There are people fighting over stupid things. There are people like dancing and like stripping their clothes off because they're just like in this euphoric like moment, and like they don't really even realize where they are anymore. There are people up against the wall like almost getting it on that they're like trying to stop. There are people like going up the stairs and trying to do backflips down. It is a madhouse in here now. The hole that Dirge was talking to is not engaging yet, but you can see like she has moved and she's kind of keeping an eye. She now has Roland as he's coming down the stairs in her sights. But everything is so chaotic that getting to him would be a little difficult. Mostly because I did not give her that particular skill that would allow her to do the thing to get there quickly because she is supposed to be a human. So, Heartbreaker, this is your moment. You don't have to do a flashback for it. But if you would like to do or say something to try to like pull him into another room, if you want to try to get him back upstairs, you have the opportunity to do that while all of this is going on.
Oh, I dropped an earring.
Yeah,
We
I was
have to
gonna
go
be like,
back.
I think I left my earring up there. I really can't find it. I can't leave without it. It's a family heirloom. Please, I have to go back. And she like shoots him like a really like seductive one, so it's like obvious that it's like
Give me another
Barely
sway
is
roll.
not missing an earring.
Give me
yeah,
another
it's
sway
very
roll.
seductive.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
All right. So
Amazing.
the three of you see this all happening. You like the party was nice and like normal, and then now it is not. You all see that all of the greencoats that were watching you have now kind of dispersed, and they're trying to deal with everyone else. You see Heartbreaker start to come down the stairs with Brolin. She kind of does the, oh, my earring, where did it go? Even though she clearly has all of her, like, her earrings in her ear. And she kind of gives him a look, and he grins and then takes her back upstairs. If the three of you would like to follow, now would be the time to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Now it is a
Seems
mansion
like a good
party.
idea.
When you get him back in the
So, are
room,
you gonna-
what's up?
I was gonna ask Dirge if he was gonna set the ghost for.
No, I think they got their hands full. Then to add that, we can use the ghost as a distraction for our.
If we need a sudden escape plan.
Yes, if we need to suddenly GTFO.
Okay. Are you waiting for him to lead you back up the back stairs into the, like, undo the trap that's on the door and lead him back in before you do anything, Heartbreaker? Or where are you doing this?
I am going to lead him. Like, I don't want to get all the way up there, but like at least to like an alcove or something, like so I can at least.
Well,
use
you
the
need him to
toxic breath.
unlock the door, so.
Oh yeah, so if I can get him all the way up there,
Okay.
can I do that? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him up there, unlock the door, toxic breath.
All right. The three of you come around the corner as you see him fall to the ground. The room the room is yours, as they say.
Cool. Thumbs up over to Heartbreaker. Like, good job. Yeah.
All right, he's got a hole up here, so we need to be careful and quick.
Oh shit. Heartbreaker, did you find the thing? The fragile eggs?
Oh, I definitely did.
Oh fuck yeah. Let's get those. This is a fun
So-
day. This has been a fun party.
So fun day. As you guys are you guys taking as much as you can carry? What are you guys
Yeah.
doing?
Eating those eggs.
Okay. As you guys are busily kind of looting the place, you hear like little pitter patter feet coming up behind you.
All right, when you say pitter patter, is this cat,
Um,
child?
I put a token on the thing for you guys to look at.
Oh,
Creepy doll.
nope.
It's basically a porcelain doll that is now whole, and it comes like pitter pattering in, and you hear this like sing song voice. You're not supposed to be in here.
Then we should go. You're right.
Can I kick it?
Kick it. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna
Sure.
be like, what the hell is that? Just-
Just punted down the stairs.
Another one?
just reflexively fucking punt it.
Just punt it.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
So, okay. You go. No, that's fine. But it's also going to do something, and whoever rolls better gets theirs off. So.
We believe in you, Sawtooth.
Go ahead and give me that roll.
Do it.
I'm assuming this is can this be wreck? Because I'm
Wrecking.
trying
Trying to break an object.
trying to break this thing.
I'll give you that. I'll let you. I'll do that.
Thank you.
Oh no. Well, wait, no, hold on. It's still possible for Isabeth to roll worse, theoretically. We have to believe in her.
I spent all that time last session getting a point in wreck so I could try and smash things.
Oh.
No!
So what happens is, as you kind of run up to kick it, you see this like blue energy shoot out from her eyes, her little like creepy ass doll eyes. And it's just like a directed beam of plasmic. It has laser eyes. Plasma energy, and it shoots you
Now we're
in
just
the
mixing
leg.
genres.
We are. No, but that's really. She has electroplasmatic projectors. I just put them in her eyes. And it shoots you in the leg, and you fall to the ground. You are going to take. What are you going to take? You are going to take. A level. We'll say a level 1 burn on your leg. So on your character sheet where the blood drops are, like where the coin in the backpack is, under level 1, just say burned leg.
Yeah.
So that just happened, everybody.
Dirge, do something.
Do something.
Close it all.
Damn it!
It's a spark crack thing. Can't you break it?
Oh, maybe. Actually, hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Are we trapped in the room? Is it like in the doorway?
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely in the doorway.
Okay. How big is this room?
I mean, it's pretty big. It's a pretty big room. It has. This is his like ultra private showroom with all of his like super special like expensive trinkets. So I mean, it's a decent size. I mean, if you're trying to like blow up the thing, it's probably the room's probably a little too small for that. But
Yeah. Well, you know,
you
these
can
are
absolutely
grenades,
try.
and
You
it
can
seems a shame.
you can absolutely try. I mean,
Then again, we are sitting here in the room.
this is true.
Just give me another whack at it.
You want to kick it again? Go ahead.
I mean,
Go, Sawtooth. I believe in you, kinda.
kind of.
You can also do skirmish because that's. I
Okay.
mean,
No, I want to destroy this thing. I'm not gonna try and kick it again. I'm gonna like see if I can like grab it and like or like
Look, if you just get it moved a bit, I got a solution.
can I like pull out? I think I'm gonna like pull out one of my hammers that I have
you only brought your.
stashed in. Oh.
Do you want to do a flashback and say that you stashed your stuff and you grabbed it already, or?
Flashback.
Okay.
I no, that's fine. I'll keep the knives that I have.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? I'm gonna try and I'm gonna run up to this. How tall is it? Like it's small. How tall is it?
It is.
Like, are we talking like American
It's just like
Girl doll size? Or are we talking?
yeah, it's just like
Child from
a
The Shining, Megan.
It's probably no, it's probably like Annabelle size. Maybe a little smaller than Annabelle.
Okay.
Chucky. It's about the size of Chucky. We'll say that.
Just running through as many haunted
like-
evil dolls.
We are. We are. All of
Throwing
them.
it down the hallway.
Yeah, you can
That,
throw it down
like,
the
or
stairs.
Throwing it against a wall, is that considered wreck, or would that be skirmish?
I think
Or
that's
just,
more
like, throw it
skirmish.
down on the ground, like try and smash it.
I think if you were gonna try to like pick it up and like slam it and smash it, that would be wreck. If you're trying to like kick it down the stairs, that would be skirmish.
Yeah, I want to smash it, so we're gonna try wreck again.
Okay.
I'm willing to take an extra dice.
You gonna push yourself for an extra dice?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna push myself. I have stress. Yeah.
Yep.
That's 2 stress, right?
Yep. 2 stress, 1 extra dice.
Desperate.
Remember,
I should be
Sawtooth,
marking these.
the secret to breaking stuff is to hit it really hard.
Yes. Oh. Thank God.
Oof. Okay, yeah, so Sawtooth got a 6. I got a
Destroyed.
2. So I will say, because it's not actually just a doll, you are able to smash like the exterior of it, and it kind of exposes like the clockwork stuff inside of it. It doesn't die, but you have broken it, and it's not going to get up immediately.
Oh,
And
cool.
things are still crazy enough downstairs that nobody has really paid attention to the noise up here. Oh dear. Are you going to throw a grenade at it now that it's destroyed?
No.
Okay.
First, I have an important question.
Sure.
Do these things have memory? Could it identify us in the future?
Let me double check really quick.
Or, actually, hold on. This thing's the size of like a large doll. I'm a leech. I know how these things work. How do I turn its brain off? This thing's valuable as fuck.
Oh, why didn't that
Well, I
save
just
it?
smashed its body, so.
I promise you, it's still incredibly valuable.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. It's very, very expensive and complicated to build one of these. Give me a tinker roll.
Okay. And this is if I have the knowledge, or is this me attempting?
This is you would know how these things are kind of put together, so this is you attempting to kind of unhook it. I would say yes, it does have memory.
Because it has spiritual elements to it, can I provide an assistance?
Sure.
Cool. And I will also push myself, so that should get me 2 extra die if I'm doing.
Yep.
Excellent.
That is correct.
But plus 2 die. Roll! Come on, dice! Fuck yeah!
Yes.
Critical success!
So,
I know
yeah.
exactly which wire to pull so its brain can't do anything. And
Yeah.
then it'll pick it up. I'm like, this is mine now.
Yeah. It you were absolutely able to just kind of basically turn it off without destroying any more of it, any of the really expensive bits inside. And yeah, you're just gonna take the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
100%.
I
It'll take
would.
a while to probably reprogram or reset whatever, but whatever.
I will say, because you did roll 2 6s and got that critical success. When you take it back to kind of do whatever it is you're gonna do with it, you have no problem resetting it, or if you're gonna like take it apart and try to sell it for parts, whatever it is that you plan on doing with it will succeed with that roll.
Gotcha. keep that in mind in the future if these characters ever come back, that you agreed to this. All right.
Why do I hate
You're
myself
not-
so much?
You're not taking that. You're not
Yeah.
taking that demonic thing back to the hideout with us, are you?
But yeah, no, it's adorable. Look, you already broke the porcelain. That was the creepy part.
No, it's even
Look at it.
creepier
Oh.
now.
It'll be fine.
No,
It's
get that
gonna be
thing
fine.
away from.
I say we
Get
get
it
out of
away.
here before.
You
we-
okay?
It's gonna be
So
great.
you're missing the point. This creepy thing, as you put it, is worth so much money.
I'm keeping it. This thing's great. I can give it like little tiny.
Oh,
Remember, we can do all sorts of
you
fun
put it
stuff.
that way.
Also, he knows how to change the face. It doesn't have to be this creepy thing.
This is
Yeah,
true.
It's gonna be great.
It can be anything. I actually have another one set up that I'm not using tonight. That is basically a clockwork leopard.
Oh, that's great.
Um,
But yeah,
so
of course I'm keeping it. We're gonna do some cool stuff. We can like paint it colors. It could be our mascot, but with like laser eyes. You have any idea how expensive laser eyes are? It's gonna be great. This is just the best day. We got the Frabbergilly eggs and then this thing. We should definitely leave because they are gonna eventually work that stuff through their system and they're gonna be so mad.
I'd say right now is a great time to go.
Yeah, fuck this place. Today's been a fun day.
I'm sorry,
Well,
not leopard,
yeah.
cheetah. So yeah, how are you guys? What's your? What are you guys doing? How are you guys leaving?
This is what, the second floor?
Third.
Oh, third floor.
Mhm.
Probably shouldn't jump out these windows then.
I mean, you absolutely can if you want to. I am totally
Well,
cool with
in
that.
the building, is there like a servant's backstairs? Usually there's those in like big fancy houses.
Was trying to find earlier, but I didn't get any information.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Hold on. I got this.
Oh
Go
my
to
God.
a window. Look for the guys. Whistle. Bring a ladder, you fuck. We gotta go.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah. We have guys in
What if we
waiting.
Jumped out the window and they just caught us.
I don't trust them that much.
My army of dudes.
Okay.
Horace and
Your army of dudes.
All right. Yeah.
You know, ladder, rope, something, that we could, then climb down with.
Horace sees you guys like at the window, and he's like, "Is that fucking hell? That is what a ladder? Really? They want a fucking ladder? Okay. I guess we're doing this.
Rope, something, man. It's the third
Um,
floor.
Let's see what they find. Give me a second."
Okay.
Yeah, they go to like the gardener's little shack in the back of the house, and they find a fucking ladder.
3-story.
Yeah, he just happens to have a 3-story ladder back there.
Roland made him
Can we
do
just, like,
windows
start
all around the
fucking,
whole
like-
house.
Can you do what now?
Started, like chucking like valuable items like out the window for these guys to catch.
The ones that won't break
So that we
from
can carry
that.
out a huge haul.
I mean, if you want to do finesse rolls to see if they catch them, I am totally
No, I
okay with
don't-
that.
I don't wanna-
Are you sure? I think that would be a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
No,
Do it.
no finesse.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so they like get this ladder and put it up, and as you guys are climbing down, he's like, "I thought you guys were gonna call us in. What the hell is happening in there?"
They are having a rager, man.
Yeah, we had a different method.
These people cannot hold their blood needle.
Okay. Well, we had a feeling that you guys might be coming out hot, so we got the boat. We got a boat for us to leave.
Oh, we're right on the lagoon.
Yep, you are right on the water.
Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
There's no way. There's no way that Smoke had a flashback where he laced the entire mansion with explosives.
I'm not trying to kill the entire upper crust in the area.
That's a little stuff.
Oh,
Besides, if we were gonna do
Be our
that, we
one-
could have started with it.
It's gonna be our one haul where we didn't blow anything up.
This is
I don't
true.
know, arguably, that place is gonna be pretty wrecked by the time those guys get calmed down.
This is true. That I would not want to clean up after that party.
It's gonna be a mess.
Also, we may have killed the guy.
Yeah.
The book's a little vague. It just says very toxic, and it's like that's
Yeah.
probably not good, but
I think we're gonna leave that as a
I
cliffhanger.
imagined like a
cliffhanger.
Yeah.
like a poison ivy like kiss. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's straight up what it lets you do.
Ivy and Batman and Robin sort of thing.
It also fucks up vampires because your blood is toxic.
I am a little disappointed. One of the greencoats was a leech who actually is venomous as well, but their thing is Black Lotus.
Everybody's gonna feel good.
No,
Wait,
that's the coma. That's the coma and the visions, and I was really kind of hoping I was going to get to use that on one of you, but no, apparently not. But yes, you guys are able to take the
Too good.
You are. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to make things worse next time. It is my fault though, because I made your crew too high tier because I wanted you guys to have fun. So I hope you had fun with all of your shenanigans.
I mean, it's certainly different. Every other game I played, we were fresh crews, so trying to do anything was always cool. You have a tier level of 0.
Yeah. So I just kind of wanted you guys to be able to do stuff and have fun. So I hope you did. But yeah, you're able to get the egg to Helene. She is very, very grateful. She now owes you a favor, and you have free access of one of the private rooms whenever you want. The rest of the eggs and stuff, you guys can sell them if you want. Unless you guys really want to do like downtime activities and stuff like that. Since this is the last session, there's really no need, I don't think. But we can. But yeah, that is it. You guys did not actually. You guys got close to the church finding out that it was you that broke in. There's only 2 pie pieces left. But you did not, in fact, get them to. They did not figure it out that it was you. But yeah, that's it. I hope everybody had fun. I hope people who were watching had fun. And maybe we'll get to do this again and you guys can cause more shenanigans and chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
Smoke is
I hope
fun.
so.
Smoke is fun. Thanks for playing, guys. But yeah, I think we're just gonna go ahead and end here because you guys finished it up and
We only maybe committed a murder.
maybe.
Only a little bit.
And we stole a lot of incredibly valuable shit.
You did. In these 3 sessions, you all stole a lot of very valuable stuff. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and go. Everybody have a good night. And we will be back not this coming Wednesday because that is a podcast recording Wednesday. But the following Wednesday, we'll be back for Power Rangers Centurion. And then we'll be back this Sunday for Call of Cthulhu, where they are on a boat. And creepy shit's going to happen. They are on a boat. And some fun things hopefully will go wrong. I mean, not absolutely go wrong. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be
There's
fine.
no safer place in the world in the land of Cthulhu than a boat.
Yeah, with this group, I had to pull my GM card and say that the boat is off limits. I have GM magic surrounding the boat, so they can't actually harm the boat itself.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
And I also
again,
took
I'm
all of their
not there.
weapons and locked them up, so they do not have their weapons on this boat, so they can't kill each other.
That's quitter talk.
But yeah, so we'll be back on Sunday for that. And yeah, so we're gonna say goodnight. So, good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.